It's time to view the rest of the Guilty Gear openings. Yes! So let's get going. Exert Sign Arcade version. Backyard. Okay, I remember what that is.
良いことも悪いことも創造も破滅もあるいは混沌でさえも遠い昔その世界に足を踏み入れた賢者がいたその者は身震いを抑えこう語ったこの地に人の悪意が触れてはならない賢者はバックヤードを一冊の本に封じ込め現世から遠ざけた
I assume though just because he does that basically everyone accesses that and then tries to get the Gear project moving. Is that what happened? Is my assumption. Maybe I'll get my answers soon enough. We shall see. 危険な世界に決して人の手が及ばぬようかくしてバックヤードへの道は閉ざされ人知れず世の中は平穏を得ることとなった Never say forever.
この時は賢者ですら知る由もなかった本に近づくものではなく本から出てくるものがいることを
Oh. Okay.
私はラムレザルバレ
October 21, 2087 at 12:12 Japan. Okay, so this I remember reading in the Comics Digest, the last chapter where Revelator appears, and it says that she's going to basically destroy everything, and I was like, oh boy, that's not a good sign, but I guess this is where it's starting. So that's where it was. Yeah, this is what I saw. Yeah, this is what was shown at the end.
あなた方出来損ないの人形どもは全て根絶やしにする
Oh boy.
悲観しろ
Wow, that gave me chills. The VA is killing it. Team Red. Wow, so this is the arcade opening? I gotta say, it looks a lot better than I expected. Or actually, I think what I was most surprised by is the fact that it is an arcade. Because I actually thought it was just like console only and maybe PC only at this point after they started the Exerd, I guess series, if I could call it that at this point, you know, the updates that they did. But to think it's actually an arcade too, that honestly surprised me because I don't really know when games started to shift from arcade all the way to console only at one point because it feels like there's like a sudden shift. Like I know that they still exist in arcades and that arcades do exist since I went to one before recently, but I don't really understand like when there was like a huge shift from arcade to console for the ones that started off as arcade games. My favorite couple. They're the coolest. Hotogen. Faust. And of course Kai. Wait, who was that person that appeared just now? Like right here. Let's see. Yeah, this guy. I don't really remember seeing him in the previous, at least in the insta-kills or even in the Comic Digest, or even as a playable in the future. Maybe he did appear, I just don't really recall, because there is a chance of that. My problem is that if they don't appear constantly, I have a hard time remembering who they are. Even if like I remember the lore that you guys talk about for them by name, because then I remember. I just haven't connected the dots between the visuals and who they are along with the lore. Ooh. It's so exciting! This is the arcade? Dang, this was the arcade version. It feels like it was a total anime opening or like a PC opening. And you're telling me this was all probably done with their current engine, right? Or at least a version of their current engine. It looks so smooth. Like the more I look at the visuals, the more I'm astonished by how nice it looks. I think Zato 1 was the most obvious. But then the others look too good. It's crazy that this is the arcade version. Or that this is for the arcade opening.
6 times knocking on the door. No response, but hey, you're ready back to back.
I think my understanding, or at least my initial thought of what arcade openings would look like is a bit like the Blaze Blue openings that I saw recently, where, you know, they show the picture of the character, but there's no like real big amounts of animation. And I guess the previous ones I did see were kind of like that too, although there were a lot more animations than I expected. But that's what I expected for this one too. I didn't expect it to be full on 3D animation or 2.5D animation. And everything's really clean. Like you don't really notice any unnecessary movements or even like awkwardness to it. Like, you might notice it once or twice, but for the most part, it's very, very clean. Especially this.
Guilty Gear.
That is exciting. And that was for Sign. Wait, does that mean that the other ones also? Buckle up, it's time to rock. Okay, so this is Rev. Arcade version. Let me see if they have... Okay, they don't. It's fine.
あのベッドマンという少年、僕と同じタイプのようだ。
So Bedman's the same type as you?
時間を稼ぎます。
So you're gonna buy time.
ジャック王を使おう。
You're gonna use Jacko?
時期尚早では。
慈悲なき刑事の行動も早い。エルフェルトがジャスティスと融合すれば、全て終わりだ。
So Elfeld and Justice have to... wait, let me actually...
全て終わりだ。
No, not that.
エルフェルトがジャスティスと融合すれば、全て終わりだ。
I think it was like align with Justice, then everything will be over.
わかりました。ではイノに命じます。
Okay, so you're gonna order
これで
Ino.
我々の未来も決着がつきます。
So that means they'll get the result that they want for the future.
愛徳の炎はいかがしましょう。
協力を仰いでくれ。後で僕から説明すると。
You're gonna explain after? Okay, that man. Wait, this is also arcade. Wait, this is arcade. Are you serious? Wait, okay, so I assume after whatever happened in Sign,
まだ抜けられませんか。
can't get
難しい
away.
ね。あのベッドマンという少年、僕と同じタイプのようだ。
Okay, so he got trapped by Bedman, it seems. And then, because Bedman's the same type as him, whatever he is technically, all I know is that he did something to himself that caused him to become a gear, from what I understand. Like, it was like implied, but I wasn't like 100% sure. And so he got trapped by Bedman, so he can't do anything. And so he's ordering him to...
時間を稼ぎます。
And so he needs him to buy time so that he can get out. And then that's where Revelator starts. Got it! Oh my gosh, everyone looks even better than the previous. This is crazy. Makes me look forward to seeing the story mode. Because I am planning to watch those after I would check out the lore summary videos. Okay, this is kind of what I expected more of from the previous. Like, they would show the picture like this with the name and then maybe them fighting. That is what I expected, not what I saw in the previous, which was amazing. You know? Okay, I feel proud of myself for recognizing everyone so far. Kind of like Sin's outfit here more than Strive's. Oh, it looks beautiful as always. I like how they always end with Soul and Kai. I think it was like right here. I like how they always show these two, but then I feel like it's not really those two that are the ones fighting each other. It's always Soul and then whatever bad guy it is for that particular game or I guess update. So it's always hilarious to suddenly see like Kai as like the enemy-ish when he's not at this point at least. 2015. Wait, so it was actually part of the arcade. Wait, does that mean Strive also has an arcade? Oh, okay. I did wonder where she was. There we go. Oh my gosh, her voice. It's a lot high pitched than I expected. Okay, so now we have the Rev 2 opening movie. Wait, then does that mean opening movie Rev 2 didn't have an arcade? Or is this for both arcade and the PC version are probably the same? Question mark, as in please someone answer and clarify for me. Also, special thanks to my paid members on YouTube, you know who you are. And if you're enjoying this so far, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe and share my video with a friend to spread the fun. One way. But it's so weird to see him from like down here. Okay, so I guess this is the arcade? Because it feels like the setup, the opening is set up like an arcade version. Because they're showing a lot of gameplay too. Then again, I guess PC would as well, right? Now they show Jam. Oh, he's riding something. Like a motorcycle? Raven. And Kum something. Answer. Okay, so these are the three, and then of course Baiken. Oh, I like that one the best logo-wise. I just love the green. Okay, so now we're in the Strive opening movie. So this one's definitely PC and console, I assume. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this, but in the previous openings, I don't think, okay, let me actually go to the part where there's just all three of them. I feel like they really like refined the outlines of the characters, because if you go to the previous openings, and if I guess if I could just like show it real quick. Go to the previous video. Let me actually show an example of what I mean. Like, if you look at him, it's a lot more rough and like there's a lot more like thicker lines used. But I think in the Strive one, it's a lot cleaner. So let me actually show that. Like, see, they make use of a lot more different line weights in the appearance of the characters. And I think there's a lot more lighting, but also, then again, this is black and white right now with the red tints. So I can't like 100% tell. But overall, like it looks like a more mature style. And I think Soul actually looks a lot older compared to what I remember him being. Like if we compare it with the Exert Rev 2 opening as an example. Same goes for the others. They all look either a lot more refined or they appear to look a little bit more mature because of the shift in art style. I mean, it's not like a drastic art style, but there's like a more mature feel to the growth of their art style. So I guess it's more like their art style has matured to its peak level versus it being like a completely different style. Oh wow, look at this. Yeah, this is what I mean. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. let me like, sorry, let me just like admire the beauty of this, cause look at that. Like if you compare him to the previous opening, like there's not all black lines here. They actually make use of other outline colors and the lighting and the effects. It's so clean. It makes the characters look more refined because they're not using like thick outlines for everything. Like even here, like you can see there's not like black outlines being used. In the previous, I wasn't sure what it was, but like I think it's because they were using thicker black outlines or dark outlines for all the things that they were drawing and animating. So it didn't feel as, I guess, matured. It didn't feel like the peak of what they could do. And then this just proves that they know exactly what to fix. And even here, she's like at her peak beauty. Like, what is this? She is beautiful. It's total anime now. Oh, Faust, that was scary. Oh, I thought it was gonna be Kai and Dizzy together. Ooh. Oh no. Wait, why is he with Happy Chaos? I guess he's part of the main conflict this time. Ooh. That was cool. Smell of the game. And of course he looks insane right there. Eddie, Ilya, and Leo. I don't know who that is, but that was Potenkin. And enemies, I assume. Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. Oh, Jacko. This must be her arc. Okay, so it seems like he is the main villain this time. I like how for once it's not Kai and Soul fighting each other. Because I mean, at this point, it wouldn't really make sense, right? But it seems like they showed a lot of like the actual lore stuff from what I understand. Not right here. I mean, obviously these two are a couple at this point, or going to become a couple. Let's see. I don't know if things resolve between these two in Strive, but all I know is that I think like he had an obsession over her and then she killed him because of him being the way he was, I assume. I can't like 100% recall what you guys said about them. But Faust, I think, was fine. And Anji with Chip, I thought it was more Baiken and Anji though. So I guess Chip and Anji have some kind of connection too. And then Nagora Yuki, I think that's what his name was. He seems to be the main villain, I think maybe controlled by Happy Chaos, at least judging from what I'm seeing here. especially since he's fighting. And then, and of course we have our usual characters, like May. And then it seems like for Axel, let me actually see. Okay, so that must be portraying when he did all the time traveling, right? Before he ended up where he is right now.
We already know the smell of the game.
He's causing chaos here, isn't he? That's pretty much what it is here. And this must be part of it. I forgot who it was that seemed to have issues. Okay, so I guess the main conflict is also with Soul and that man. Then again, he did say like Soul would come to him eventually, at least at the end of Comic Digest chapter, second to last chapter.
Can't you see?
So maybe this is the point what they're doing. And then it seems like this will be Jacko's official like arc to become her own person and then be with Soul as herself rather than, you know, a copy of his old previous lover who died.
If the words kill me, I don't need a new.
At least that's what I assume is what this part is representing.
My time is my word.
I just don't really know what the whole Eno and Axel thing is. But I guess I'll find out. And this one, you guys said there was like no explanation whatsoever, so I guess I don't know about that one. And it seems like they're fighting now, but then you guys said he went to the moon, so is that like after what happened in Strive 1.0, or is it something else? It's kind of confusing in that sense. I'm not 100% sure.
You know the smell of the.
By the way, everyone looks really clean, and oh, I can't help but appreciate the evolution of the visuals. Now, whether you agree that everyone's designs are great or not is a different story, though. And this is the anime. Guilty Gear Strive Dual Rulers. Okay.
The shadows breeze and discord. Pioneers, Hades, you fed away.
Surprisingly,
First country screaming.
they look pretty 2.5D for some reason. Although this one's probably 2D, right? It just goes to show how good they made their game. Now, from what I understand, Dual Rulers focuses on Unica, right? Not really Sin. Although I don't know why Sin's at the beginning, but then the anime is about Unica and Unica, right? Unica, or is it Unica? No, Unica. Yeah. Either way, you know who I'm talking about. I really need to like look at her name properly and see how to pronounce it. But in any case, it was like about her and Bridget, right? At least that's what I remember you guys telling me that the anime was about. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there's Bridget right there, so maybe? Siblings fight. Wow, everyone looks so accurate. Okay, so I guess those two are fighting then. I'm surprised by how much the actual opening is more in the style of, it's like a mix between Strive and what you see in Exerd, like the drawing style that they've done, but the animation style is very much more closer to Strive. Of course, they're actually like 2D animating it, so obviously it's not going to be like same as 2.5D, but I think they got the style pretty close to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones that did it in-house, at least animating the opening. I'm not sure about the actual anime itself. The anime itself, I heard it looks really nice, but I don't really know if you guys actually liked it or if it was just okay. I think the general consensus that I've seen so far was that it was just okay. Like if you like Bridget and Unica, then you would like the anime too. But if you don't really care, then it's just okay is the most, like, I guess that's the number one opinion that I'm seeing so far in the comments. But do let me know down below if you actually like it or if you don't, or it's not really like great in general. I'm kind of curious about your thoughts for that. Now, I think this is the last video, Guilty Gear Strive Finder one-way music video, first anniversary. Can't believe they made a music video for an anniversary. That's cool. Cool. And I guess a good thing with the being a gear is that you're not gonna die easily, that's for sure.
I'm just saying, step body, do it our turn. So freak out, yes, nobody is wrong. You and I.
Oh my gosh, we're seeing them animated here. Oh my gosh, I need to see this. That man and Soul, you've changed so much. Who are you? You look a lot slimmer than what I remember you looking like in Strive. I think he looks more like Oji-san in, you know, like a middle-aged man for sure in Strive, or he looks a lot more rough compared to like back in the day. Oh, she looks so cute. Oh. No, don't have any ideas, and of course you do. Yeah, he definitely looks a lot rougher. Oh my gosh, we're seeing everything! Too bad we don't get to see him kill Justice. Oh! So that's what happens? So he fights against Ram Lethal and then I guess wins. There we go. That's what I expected. Oh wait, that's Justice. Okay, so now they're showing Justice, but then I'm pretty sure Justice died, didn't she? Like twice at this point, or lost. Okay, so they're actually, I feel like, are they showing it out of order? It's a little hard to tell. I assume it's out of order because the place where he lands is when he first defeated Justice before they like sealed her away, right? Yeah, because now they're showing the descendants and then the people that caused issues that are connected to Justice, I assume. Who is that? Well, she definitely looks angry, that's for sure. Cool. Now he's finally in his gear form. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And now he's fighting against that man. I love that Soul is the actual protagonist. I do love Kai too, like he's cool, but it's just nicer when a character like Soul is the one that's the protagonist, because you feel a lot more rest assured that things will be okay. Obviously, he gets people to help him too, even though he probably doesn't like to admit that. But because he's the type that doesn't really care if you help him or not, it feels nice to see a character with not that much like ego make or you know, the type of character that tends to have an ego tends to let that control his actions, and then that ends up causing even worse things to happen. And then when they stop being so egoistic, that's when things get better. I'm glad that it's not that kind of story, and instead Soul is like pretty much OP, super actually like quite mature and just gets things done. He's like so competent that I have like nothing else to say except thank goodness you were the protagonist. It's just nice to have a character that doesn't make me like stressed out. Especially when it comes to things like this where the entire world is like pretty much so messed up that you need someone like Soul to make sure that things don't go downhill from there when it's already messed up. And I just really liked this. It was just showing all the things I've learned so far in like the comic digest, and seeing it colored and actually animated. It was such a joy to see. And obviously we get to, oh wait, this was Order Soul, right? Yeah, Order Soul. Ah, he looks so cool in that outfit. And then of course this must be the Exerd fight that they're referring to. And this one is probably the earlier story modes with Justice. The only thing is I don't really know who some of the characters are. So if you guys actually know who they are, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm wondering if it's one of the Justice clone, not clone, but like they're a part of, kind of like Jacko, the Yandere one, or if it's the other one, or maybe I'm getting it confused with Blaze Blue at this point. Sorry, I'm like kind of getting confused with how many things I have to remember for these games, but either way, please do let me know down below in the comments. I'm kind of curious. But overall, this has been a very fun experience. I think next might be the songs. I have to double check my list because I think there might be 3 other things before I reach the character theme songs, and then the lore, and then the story mode. So we're getting there slowly but surely. I just want to check out every little part first before I go into the lore completely. In any case, be sure to click on the playlist right here on the screen if you want to see more videos like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!